open concept homes and view lots. Stay tuned. In this video, I'm walking you through an open concept home that has tall ceilings in the main living area, tall ceilings as soon as we walk in through this front door, and later on in the video, I'm going to show you lots that have incredible views that aren't even for sale yet, but are coming up in the near future. Now, like I mentioned before, as soon as you walk in through this front door, it is open to the second story. We will get up there where we have a game room and some bedrooms upstairs. We're gonna focus on the main living area, and this is a 2594 plan offered by Perry Homes. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and is just under 2,600 square feet. Now, if you're looking for higher square footage plans, rest assured I'm going to give that to you later as well. One of those plans is going to be around 3,400 square feet, has an upstairs game room, media room, and downstairs it opens to the second story, just like you're seeing in this model home. And then I'm going to show you another home over 4,900 square feet that's actually for sale, built by Perry Homes. Now, I want to focus in on this plan, the 2594 plan, and we're going to start right here in the kitchen. What buyers tell me they love to see in a kitchen is a stark contrast with design. And that's what you see here with light countertops, light cabinets, and take a look at this backsplash, which is this simple rectangular dark tile with a white grout outline. I want to hear from you. What do you think of using grout as a way to outline a tile in a straight cut pattern just like that? Now, the tile on that backsplash is dark, but also the kitchen faucet, pendant lights, the hardware on the cabinets are all very dark, just providing a little bit of a contrast in this kitchen. Now, also take a look at the design. The chairs around here, even the wine rack on that wall, they're all dark, and that's providing and adding to that contrast. And I bring all this up because if you're looking to build from scratch, Perry has many lots that I'm going to show you later on in the video, some backing up to Greenbelt, some with incredible views where you can build from scratch and pick all of your options. And for some people, that brings up a lot of anxiety because if you've never built a home before, it seems like so many different options, so many different decisions, and that is stressful. But I gotta tell you, if you lean on the right people, if you walk homes that inspire you with great design, you can lean on people and great homes that have already been professionally designed to give you the ideas of what you can do in your own home. And that's the fun part of designing a home. Now, while we're in this main living area that has all these windows out the back wall and tall ceilings, let me introduce myself. My name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders. And what I tell clients often is get what you want in the areas you spend the most time in. For example, I have a client that said they love spending time in their main living area, especially after a long day of work. They want to be around the kitchen, their dining area, their living room, and they want to look up at tall ceilings like we see here, looking up into the game room. Well, they decided to build from scratch, and we found a floor plan that had tall ceilings in the living room, the dining room, and when you walk in through the front doors. Tall ceilings and windows everywhere, and they have an incredible view, and I can't wait to see their home close out, which is going to happen in about a month. And with their permission, I want to post a video of their home, so I can't wait for others to see it and get inspired, just like they were inspired by these model home walkthroughs. And that's exactly why I love doing these videos, because I can go from showing these videos to people to speaking with them for the first time to helping them build their home from scratch, and to see their eyes now walk through their home while it's completed or close to completion and see the excitement in their eyes. That is a special feeling. And people get that special feeling when they enter primary bedrooms like this, with these large windows off the back wall. I love that black accent wall that's behind the bed. I think that's something very fun to do. I have a lot of clients doing their accent walls aftermarket. Also, light fixtures. I do have a lot of clients doing their light fixtures aftermarket, except with Perry. I found Perry had some really good light options for a few of my buyers that have built with them recently. Now, I can't say that about all builders. While we're in this primary bathroom, which feels so large with vanities on either side, the tub in the middle, and 3 windows off the left side, which I'll show you in a second. I wanted to really hone in on this because I don't think most people realize that there are options that you should entertain aftermarket. For example, I was just on the phone with one of my buyers that just got back from their second design studio appointment, and they got a quote for one of the materials in the house. I won't tell you what it is, and I won't tell you which builder it is. It's not Perry, but they got a quote for $71,000. And I said, we really need to go aftermarket and speak with somebody else. And they did. They actually flew in from California. They went to both of their design studio appointments one day after the other. And then we met with one of these aftermarket third-party providers, and they quoted $40,000. So almost half. And so I told them, well, now it looks pretty obvious there's significant savings. And I told them about the process of doing it aftermarket. I've showed them past work that my clients have done with that specific third-party provider, and it just made sense to do what they wanted aftermarket. Now, if you want to know the materials in the home that I'm referring to, as well as the builder I'm referring to, reach out to me. I'd be happy to share that information. And that's what I do with all my clients. I am unbiased, meaning I don't work for any of these builders. I just tell you my past experience working with these builders and continue to feature the ones that I think make sense to highlight to so many people that are interested in new construction. Now, what I will give you in this video is one major mistake buyers are making when they're looking around this area of Liberty Hill, Texas. Now, we are in a suburb outside of Austin, Texas. We're in a beautiful community called Lariat. And later on in the video, I'll talk to you a little bit more about this community and that major mistake buyers are making. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but we've already been through a primary closet through this bathroom. And this is what I love about Perry. They do a primary closet on either side. So you get 2 closets on either side of this walk-in shower and tub. And even though this isn't a very large space, I think it feels large because vanities are separate. The tub is such a good focal point with that tile surround, and then you can see right into the walk-in shower with that beautiful tile going all the way up to the ceiling. So there's a combination of great design in that bathroom, great windows off that left wall. There are 3 windows there, and then 2 closets on either side. Just feels like there's a lot of functionality in that primary bathroom. Moving on, we're gonna head outside to the patio, and this specific home does back up to neighbors, but let me show you what some of the lots look like here in Lariat. Now, if you're looking for lots to build the 2594 plan that you're watching, I'm in front of a lot that backs up to a greenbelt. And here in the community of Lariat, there are so many great lots because of the topography that's here and the greenery that's here. Back to the video. Now, if you like lots that back up to incredible views, stick with me. I got one that I'm going to show you later on in the video, and it's not even for sale yet. And these are the types of opportunities I'm always trying to find for my clients. In fact, the lot I'll show you later on in this video that's in this community, I detailed to my clients months ago, and I was out there as soon as they paved the roads. I went out there with my videographer, and I'll show you the shot that we did. But I also have to tell you, there are views all around the Austin metro area, especially the northwest, west, and southwest corridor. So there is another community, I won't mention it by name, but Perry's actually building there as well. And there is a new section of lots coming up there soon that I am getting all my clients in the first in line to get the best lots that have incredible views if that's what they want. So if that's what you want, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. Now, that was the back patio in the backyard. Now, keep in mind, this home can be built on a 45-foot wide lot, but I'll show you homes later that can be built on a 60-foot wide lot and one that's even built on a 90-foot wide lot. Now, getting back into the plan, we saw this dining room that's actually an 8-seater table. I like the 3 windows right off of it, even just under 2,600 square feet. This feels like a lot of square footage. And that continues with the most important room in the house. Maybe not the most important, but something that so many of my buyers tell me they have to have if they do a 2-story plan. And that is a 2nd bedroom downstairs. Almost every single one of my buyers says that they need this 2nd bedroom downstairs in case they have parents staying with them or somebody elderly. And when family's really important, we cherish these types of rooms to make sure that the people staying with us, our own family, especially elderly family, has a comfortable place to stay on the first floor. And that's exactly what they have here. So we're under 2,600 square feet, but we still have 2 bedrooms downstairs, a study downstairs that we're going to get to after this. We have the living room open to the 2nd story, and then we still have a game room loft area upstairs with another 2 bedrooms. And that's exactly why I'm out here. I like touring homes that I'm finding a lot of buyers give positive feedback on, and right now this plan is doing really well, selling across the Austin metro everywhere where Perry is building. We do also have a full bathroom off of this bedroom downstairs. Perry was smart in this model home. They put in a mud set walk-in shower right next to this vanity and commode. I also like this quartz countertop that has some different movement in it. It's nice in a bathroom where it can just maybe hide some things where you don't have to clean it every second. And then I love the tile upgrades that they did here, where they just did a dark tile with a white grout outline. Something I actually mentioned about the backsplash previously, and I like the movement that's in this tile. It looked dark at first, but that was because of the video. But I think now that you can start to get the details of it, it actually has a lot of white veins running through it that do keep this bathroom a little bit more well lit, rather than some of those dark tiles that just darken everything around it. Now, outside of this bathroom, that would be access to a 2-car garage, and that's exactly why they have a mud bench right here. So just keep in mind, this is a model home, so they have the garage area built out for the builder agent's offices, but that will eventually turn into a garage, and obviously if you build this from scratch, that would be a 2-car garage. Now, I did mention a study is coming up there, so before we get there, I love how open this is with that big chandelier. It's one of the first things you notice as soon as you walk in through the front door, and then your eyes just go out through all those windows off the back wall in this home. Now, this is going to be the utility room, so you do see a plug-in on the right side for a washer and a dryer. And then we have a study right next to the front door. So the study's off of that main living area, away from the bedrooms, and I like the positioning of it. I do tell my videographer, cover as many details as possible. So for all my engineers watching, this door led to a coat closet because I know all my engineers want all the details, and that's good. I love covering all the details. Another detail is this would be closed off. So again, that would be your 2-car garage. You would not access it from there. And this is the study. So for all my engineers, software engineers, people in IT that work from home, if you're looking for a cool study, I like how Perry fits that in even at this square footage. And then we also talked about accent walls earlier. I think it's such a great place to do it, just because when you walk in through that front door, your eyes go right out through the windows at the back wall. They look up at that chandelier above the stairwell, and then they look left at this simple accent wall with some furniture pieces on the left and right, just as a cool design element. By the way, we actually did that in one of our rooms where we got that in a model home. My wife and I picked that off as a cool design element. Instead of doing floating shelves that are always going to be there, there's a little bit of furniture that you can put up against a wall that adds that similar effect of floating shelves, and then you just nail it into the wall so nobody can kind of pull it back and have it topple over. Fun decorative hack that you get from walking so many of these model homes. Okay, now we are upstairs and we have a small linen closet here, but I want to get to the game room. And what I want you to imagine is what I think Perry does really well is when you get to a lot of their game rooms and their plans, you can see right out of the transom windows that are up top in the main living area. And what I want you to imagine is having windows like that that look out to an incredible view. And if you're trying to figure out what that looks like in this community, let me show you. Now I'm standing in the 60-foot wide lots that are coming up in early 2024, offered by Perry Homes. And I gotta tell you, they have incredible views like what you're seeing behind me. So if you like big lots, 60-foot wide lots where you can build over 3,000 square feet, reach out to me. My information's at the bottom of the description of this video. Let's get back to it. Okay, I was very hesitant to put out a date when I did that video, but I was starting to see builders and developers hit a lot of their time periods, something that we never saw during the pandemic, where things were usually months delayed, especially on some of these new sections where land development can get complex and they have to get permits done, they have to put utilities in the ground. There's a lot that goes into building these huge master plan communities, but now building a home as well as the developers are hitting their timetables a lot more than they did during the pandemic. So I'm actually I was just talking to the builder agent here, and we are hitting that early 2024. Now, rest assured, if you're seeing this later on, there will still be opportunities that come up in this huge master plan community. And the views through transom windows like you see there, they can be incredible. So don't just take these homes on these lots at face value. There's so many different opportunities to put these plans on lots that really resonate with what you want in your home. Now, while we look through these 2 bedrooms that have a full bathroom off of them, I wanted to cover a couple of things here. The first is going to be about this community called Lariat, and the second is that mistake that I'm finding so many buyers are making. Focusing in on Lariat, why I'm going out to this area and I'll be here more often, it's because of the plans that they have in this community. So they have an on-site school coming up, they have an event lawn, a resort-style pool that has a splash pad, and a community pavilion. They basically have these things that get people out of their homes, meeting their neighbors, and it gives people that community feel. There are some other things I can mention, like the plans for approximately 7 miles of trails. They got creeks and ponds and basically open spaces for people to gather or just walk around and enjoy the topography and the beauty that's here. But there are a few big reasons why I think this is going to be a sought after community for years to come, but reach out to me for some of those other reasons. When it comes to the big mistake I'm seeing buyers make, especially in the North Austin area, is they're not planning ahead. For some of those buyers, they say, I have to buy in this certain area because it's next to this, like a store or a grocery store or an ethnic grocery store or a couple restaurants. And they don't see the trajectory of how Austin is growing. And they might pay a premium for an area that might have some of those things. And then lo and behold, a year later, 2 miles up the road, they build another grocery store and they build another couple restaurants, and now there's like an Orange Theory going in there and a Chase Bank, and infrastructure is coming in, and they don't realize that paying that premium sometimes does not make any sense. Another mistake people make when they're not looking at the trajectory of how Austin's growing is they might buy at the base of a neighborhood thinking they can get out of that neighborhood fast. But what they don't realize is some of those intersections are going to get really bottled up. Does build up with traffic as these communities grow, but there's a community south of here where the back of the community I think is going to have easier access to the highway that just got extended, and nobody's talking about it. Everybody thinks, oh, that's the back of the neighborhood, it's so difficult to get out, but they don't realize in a couple years when that intersection gets bottled up at the base of the neighborhood, the back of the neighborhood is actually going to be easier to get out. So these are the things I like mentioning to my clients, and I also want to mention this. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think of the 2594 plan with Perry Homes? Now, if you needed help navigating through the market of all the builders that are out there, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. If you want to see actual homes for sale with their final price points, click on the website at the top of the description of this video. I'm actually going to post one of the videos of those Perry homes that is for sale right here. So go ahead and click on that if you want to see a home tour of an actual home for sale. As always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.